All right, x plus 4 is greater than y. This is inequalities, chapter 9. You're graphing inequalities. So you're asked to solve and graph this. So first things first, does anybody have an idea what you would do? If you understand them, to know them is to love them, so you'll be fine. Y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. And so we need to have this in that form. This is, okay, I can rewrite this as y is less than x plus 4. And this is y is greater than 5x. So now we're in that form, right? We've got y equals mx plus b. So, and this is y equals mx plus b. We're in the same sort of league, as long as we did that quick switch around. That was just commutative property. Be careful of this. It's y is less than x plus 4, right? Because we rewrite it this way. So now I'm going to separate these a little bit so that we can write the information we need. Our m here, what's our slope here?
1.
Yep. And our b
4.
equals 4. Our m here equals 5.
Yeah.
And our b equals
0.
right. This is like a plus 0. We don't write that in, but that's what it is. We're going to have to graph it now. We have all the information we need. So, how do we graph the top line? This one right here.
Won't you go up 4?
Up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember? And then
like, up 1 over 1?
Yeah, up 1 over 1. So, remember that?
No.
Now, actually, this is a dotted line. I forgot. You know why this is a dotted line?
Because that half goes here. Yeah.
That's right. That's it. So that one right there is the line x plus 4 is greater than y. That's this line here. We label it so we know what it is. How do we graph this one? Y equals mx plus b, where m is 5 and b is 0. Kyle? B is 0. Yeah, that's our y-intercept is 0. Now we go up 5
Over 5?
over 1.
Oh.
5. This is 5 over 1.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a dotted line through 0, and this is 5, 1.
Up 5 over 1.
Yeah.
It's the same one.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
No.
Oh, okay, there we go. So we have our two graphs now on the page. Now we're looking for the graph, the shaded areas, and we have to work that out for both lines separately. So we need to find out what's true and what's false, what's good and what's not happening, what's happening. We know they intersect here, which is great. Okay. And what do we do to find which side is shaded? This is
the point.
This is y is greater than 5x, and this one is y is less than x plus 4. Okay, which point should we test?
Isn't it if it's like greater, it goes above?
Yes.
1?
But which point do we test?
1 and 1.
1 and 1? Okay, that's a little close for comfort. Let's do something that we know for sure is not there. Let's do it over here. Let's take 1, 2, and 1. Okay? That point is clearly not in near the lines and not anywhere close to that. And let's test it for y is greater than 5x. Okay? Test. Okay? Test 2, 1 for y is greater than 5x. So we're going to put in 1 for y and 5 times 2 for x. And so 1. And we're asking the question, is it greater than? Is it greater than?
False.
10? Is 1 greater than 10?
No.
No, false.
Shade.
So we're going to shade away from that line. We don't want to include that line in there because that doesn't make sense. Whenever we shade something, we are including it as the solutions. Shading represents the solutions. Okay? It represents the solutions, and there's a set of them. All those points in there are solutions to this.
So when you plug them in, it'll make sense.
Exactly. When you plug them in, they'll make sense. So if you pick any point out here, if you plug them in, they'll make sense. So I could do it as an example. If I put in -5, 0. If I plug in -5, 0, I go 0 for y. Is it greater than 5 times -5? Yes, it is. True. So in other words, I pick any point in the shaded region, it works. Okay. Now, what about the other line? Let's see, y is less than x plus 4. Okay, so we test. Let's test 2, 1. Okay, for the other line, which is y is less than x plus 4. And let's see, 1, is it? We put a question mark. Is it less than 1 plus 4? Yes, it is. True. So that means the point 2, 1 is going to be true for all the points. Now, you're going to get everything that's going to be, I'm going to do like, let's see, I don't have colors, so I'm going to just do some kind of squiggly line like that. Okay. All right. Notice I'm going all the way here, and I'm going to take care of everything, right, that's below that other dotted line there. Now, when you're asked for the solution set, solutions are where they overlap, right? Is that what you said, Kyle?
Yeah.
Solutions, the two shaded regions overlap. Where's that? Right here. That's this area right here. Okay? See that, folks?
Mm-hmm.
And they're right in between. See this? Goes there. Yeah, they form a kind of a triangle. Okay? So hopefully that reminds you a little bit about what we're doing. The good thing about that question is it reminds you about inequalities. It also reminds you about graph. Okay, so this is a review of this. Write an equation in slope-intercept form that for the line that has a slope of -1/4 and passes through 4, 2. Do you remember the different types of equations you can write?
There.
Huh?
Look at the book.
Y equals mx plus b, right?
What about the one with the,
Oh.
Because we're given 4, 2. So what about this one? Does anybody remember this one?
kind of?
No.
Kind of?
That one, that's
That's
what
the
I was
one.
talking about.
That's a very useful one that a lot of times students forget. But look how useful it is now. This is called point slope form. Point slope form. All right. And the reason this is so useful now is because we're given exactly that, a point and the slope. And what is our point? This is x1, y1. So we're given y minus 2 equals m, which is -1/4 onto x minus 4. And now we can go somewhere with that. We have to take this and get it into this form. It says write an equation in slope-intercept form, which is this. Okay, this one over here is slope-intercept form. We want to write this equation and change it over so that it goes into this style of equation. So we start with this because that's what we're given. We're given a point and a slope. We put it in there, and now we solve for y. Okay? We're going to distribute this. Get y minus 2 equals -1/4 x plus 1. I'm going to add 2 on both sides. Y equals -1/4 x plus 3. And we've done it. We actually did it. This is y equals mx plus b.